because it's guys like Irvin and Kyrie that actually keep this sport alive and entertaining. Those are the guys that you're gonna get the Crawford Spence fights and the Fury and Wilder type fights. You're gonna get those fights out of guys who have balls like Irvin and Kyrie because they're not scared. They've been. That's not the first time Kyrie dropped the 8 person. That's just his new updated list. If you look back at his Facebook page from like 2017, there's like 6 guys on there, and probably all of them might be retired by now. Like he's been dropping like names for and you got to respect guys like that because they keep
No
the
doubt,
true
no
meaning
doubt.
to the sport.
I love
Yeah.
Denzel, and I wanted to see Denzel speak up there. I don't know. I like that. Denzel or, I mean, pick a Willie.
We'll see. You never fought any of the Whitleys, right? And the amateurs, Irv?
Oh, me? No, no,
Yeah,
not me. Not me.
no,
Not me.
they were too heavy, right?
They were there, yeah, too heavy, too heavy. And I think only one of them was
What?
really, really around my age, because the other one is younger, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. Which brothers? I remember brothers that you and Jermaine used to fight all the time, and they were like brothers. One was at Jermaine's weight,
Oh,
one was at your weight.
you're talking about no wait, yeah, they are brothers. The Santiago's from Springfield.
Pancho.
Pancho, and somebody else. I forget his brother's
Yes.
name. But yeah, Pancho beat me like 3 times in the amateurs, and we were like young, we were like what 13, 12, 13 years old, and then once we got to the Golden Gloves and became men, I stopped him in a fight. I stopped him in the third round with a body shot, and I didn't hear from him for years. And then I think he made his pro debut on your card.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made his, and I was the main event. That was the last time I even seen him too. Right? Last time I heard of
Yeah.
him too.
Yeah. Yeah. He fell off after that.
Yeah, I mean, I got my revenge. I got my revenge on him. He beat me a few times in the amateurs, and uh, I ended up when we became adult men, like in the Golden Gloves. I ended up stopping him, showing what the real man's strength is. So I, I feel like I got my revenge back.
I tell you what, I love when guys in the amateurs can stop guys because those are the real power punchers. Like if you can stop somebody in the amateurs, you're talking bigger gloves, headgear. Like that's real punching power when you can
Hmm.
stop somebody in the amateurs. And it's only 3 rounds. You only have 3 rounds to do it.
Yep,
So it's like that's when you can really tell when a guy is gonna have punching power in the pros, like when they're stopping guys in the amateurs.
that's a fact. That is a fact.
They're good.
I've only seen very few of them.
That's what I'm saying. I've only seen in all my years, and I didn't really start watching amateur boxing until I was an amateur boxer because by the time I was born, my dad was a pro, Bobby Harris was a pro, Rashad Minor was a pro. They're all pro, so that's all I watched. So it wasn't until I started boxing and the amateurs that I saw amateur fights. But I could probably name on like a handful of hands of how many times I've actually seen somebody get like dropped and like knocked out.
Yeah, I think I don't even think I can name. Yeah, maybe a handful, but that's about it. And even if that, because even when they took out the headgears back in 2015, like when we were all getting ready for the Olympic trials and stuff like that, um, you really didn't see that many like stoppages or knockouts or anything like that. We had the
Yeah.
10 ounce gloves on, they had more protection and stuff like that, but we had no headgear. But there wasn't that many.
And guys in the amateurs, one thing that they that's why I always tell people just because you're an Olympian doesn't mean it's going to translate over to the pros. A lot of those guys don't sit on their punches. A
Nah,
lot
it's a
of those,
fact.
a lot of
Yeah,
those guys do the pity pat style, that point, 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 point,
hmm,
point, 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 throwing
yep,
flurries, but there's nothing on them. And then they
yep.
try to do that style to the pros on somebody who's waiting, sitting on a punch and get their
They get
shit
cracked.
clipped.
Exactly.
Shit
You
used to
know.
happen to Amir Khan all the time. He never could translate that great amateur style that he had to the pros because every time he did, he got clipped.
But also, Amir Khan does have a glass chin. That's what sucks about it. He does have a glass chin. I like the way
But
he
if you
fights and
notice,
stuff
if you
like that.
notice, his speed made him look faster than what he was. It was really because he wasn't bringing his punches like back to his face. He would like here, 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 here. Like 4 or 5 punch combinations and not even really bring anything back to his face.
Yeah.
Like when Danny Garcia hit him with the no look left hook.
Yep.
Danny Garcia was getting outpointed that fight.
Mm.
And then he just caught him not bringing his hands back to his face.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
I always liked Amir Khan.
look at Rashi Warren. Rashi Warren too. He was an Olympian.
Yeah.
A few times he was an Olympian. Didn't
Wait,
translate over.
let me ask you. You know who did have a freaking power? Actually, speaking about that, who I did see names that had power. Boots Ennis.
Oh,
Yo, he had power. He had power back then.
he has a viral knockout. I think. I
But
think he has.
the thing is, like his speed added with his power. It was like the same, like in his boxing skills. You know what I'm saying?
What who would you say? Who would you say is the hardest puncher that you've ever been in the ring with?
Uh, Honestly, I don't even know his name. I don't know his name. All I know that I remember he's from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I fought him when I was in Colorado Springs in the qualifiers to qualify for Olympic trials. I fought him the first round. Dude's shorter than me. I'm taller than him. And go out there the first round, blah blah. And I remember it was like getting later in the round. We're getting back to we're like in my corner, and he threw an overhand right. He caught me, and I felt that shit. I was like, oh shit. And the bell had ended. Boom! I sat down. I told my dad, I was like, yo, pa, this dude got motherfucking power. Like, this dude can punch. He goes, stay on the outside. It's outboxing. So that's what I did. Stood on the outside, outboxed him, and the dude didn't land another punch on me like that. But that dude was the first time that somebody really clipped the shit out of me, and I was like, wow. I was like, wow, yeah. But I don't even remember his name. I seen that he did turn professional, but I forget his name to keep it real with you. Um, Damn, wish I do remember his name, but if it comes to my head, I'll remember.
Those are the guys I want to talk about how you switched up and went from fighting with the guy to staying on the outside. Those are the guys that you know could take it really to the next level when a fight is not going their way, and in the middle of the fight they can completely change their style. So like Irvin can absolutely brawl with you if he wants to. If you want to bang and take some of his shots, then be his guest. But if he has to be like, oh shit, I don't really want to bang with this dude and I'll box him, he could do that too. He does the righty and lefty thing. Like I feel like the new Carlos Garcia group, the younger guys, they all got the righty lefty thing down pat. Because none of the older guys did that shit. But even Hightower does it. And he's big.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you have to adapt in there, man. I learned that at a young age. You got to adapt in that ring, and be ready for anything that comes your way. When it comes to sitting down and brawling with somebody, when it comes to outboxing somebody, or I'm tall from my weight. I'm tall, so if I got to get small and
Freakishly
get,
tall. Freakishly
if I got
tall.
to,
Not just tall.
if I got to get small and get on the inside of somebody, I'll be able to do that. You know, you have to have all these things in your arsenal, so you can be a good boxer. You know what I'm saying? To be a great boxer, but if you look
What
at
are you
some,
like 5'11", 5'10", 5'11"?
I mean, I don't really know because I get different things everywhere. But I'm like 5'9.5". You know, it's
Which is
funny,
if you figure in this, Floyd Mayweather is like in the 5'7" range and fought at 147 and 154. This dude is 5'9", pushing 5'10", fighting at 126.
yeah.
That's not even fair. That's not normal. That's
It's
not
featherweight,
okay.
right? Is that featherweight?
Yeah.
Featherweight.
Yeah.
I think the only other featherweight that I really know that I believe that he was as tall as I was Alexis Arguello. And
But he ended up fighting at like lightweight and junior welterweight.
yeah, he moved up, but he did fight at featherweight and stuff like that. And I've always been compared to Alexis Arguello ever since I was a young cat. And that's always been like an idol to me. So that's one guy I watch a lot.
It's fire. A little bit of a prediction of what's gonna happen on Saturday.
See the buck. Um, I'm gonna say it's gonna end up being a knockout. Um, Either a TKO or an absolute knockout. I kind of want to have a little viral knockout going around. Just let motherfuckers know I'm back. And
Yes.
um,
Good.
so
Let me clip it. Make that shit
Yeah,
viral.
exactly.
So wait, so are you gonna let the knockout come to you, or are you going straight for the knockout?
nah, see, I'm not gonna go out there just looking for it. I'm gonna let it come to me. See what he comes with. But I don't. It's not going 8, man. It's not. My power is is ridiculous right now. Like I was doing Mitch with Chico and my dad the other day, and they had the body armor, and not no little body armor. They had the big body armor on, and I was hitting them in the body, and they were both like, like when I was hitting them with body shots, they were both they couldn't hold it. They were like, I don't know more, blah blah. So I just know my power is back, and I think it's a little better than it's been in the past few years. So I don't
That's
feel like
good.
this guy is gonna be able to hang if he gets caught nice and clean, and especially if I land a nice clean body shot on him.
So, you got anything else for him, Mike?
Love it. I mean, I'm loving it, bro. We got Jake on tomorrow night. Everybody loves Jake Paradise. Uh, we
Okay.
got have a few others on, but I'm looking forward to this. I know I heard your name all the time through the man. I can't call myself a boxing fan until recently, and I miss a lot of you guys. So it's good to see you back in the ring, man. I'm glad. I thought I missed it. AJ has always spoke highly of your skills, everything. Um, so I'm looking forward to it.
Mike's first live boxing fight. Which one of my fights was it? Your first live one that you just fell in
Well,
love with? And
Wilfredo and Carlos. I never seen
oh
anything
yeah,
Okay.
like that,
Yeah.
dude. Never seen anything
Yeah.
like that.
yeah.
But
You know what's crazy is Irvin and that guy Raul Lopez was like New England Fight of the Year, and there really hasn't been
Yeah.
that since Irvin fought that kid. And then Carlos and Wilfredo, man, they just beat the shit out of each other like Gotti and Ward.
I couldn't believe that. Like it just had me fired up. That whole from it just didn't stop turning up. I mean, not every show's like that, but there's a lot of fights that have been
Yeah,
really
No,
it's the
good.
guys
definitely.
with heart.
Yeah.
You got any fans, sponsors, anybody you want to shout out, Irv?
Yeah, most definitely. I want to give out a few shout out to my boy. Hold on, my boy Jeremy Harris, Harris Lawn and Landscape. He's a sponsor of mine and good friend of mine, man. My boy Izzy, with High Fitness. He's a personal trainer and he's doing his thing. If anybody needs lawn work when it comes to plowing, when it comes to picking up leaves or anything like that, Harris is the guy to call and find a personal trainer. My boy Izzy, he's the guy to call if you guys need anything. You guys can reach me on my Instagram or anything like that, and I'll point you in the right direction.
We can hit the links
But
in the description too if you send them to me
I
after.
know
We'll
I
throw
know
them right in
Izzy
there.
too, so
okay,
you can hit me up and I'll refer you to Izzy.
yeah, it's actually AJ's neighbor.
Yeah, he's my neighbor. Anybody
Yes,
else?
sir.
Anyone else you want to shout out?
Chico and Cam Guerra, for opening their doors to me, and let me train there and put in that work there. Other than that, you and your dad, appreciate both of you guys for giving me the opportunity to showcase my skills on your show and make a nice
Yo,
comeback. Make a nice comeback in my hometown. It's something big for me. It means a lot to me because, like
Oh
I
yeah.
said, I was on the urge of freaking going retiring and not fighting again. I'm always gonna be in the sport. Even when I do retire, I'm gonna be in the sport. I've always said that I feel like I'm gonna be a better coach than I am fighter. Um, but hopefully that's some year. I got some years until then. So,
you mentioned this one kid to me before we hang it up. Give this kid a shout out because I know he made a little bit of a buzz in the amateurs, and you were speaking highly to me on a couple different occasions of about this kid.
so my boy Kino Luna,
Kino, yup, and he's turning pro.
He
my
just got a
boy
W,
Kino
didn't
Luna
he?
is making. He fought like about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
Okay, so he already turned pro. Yep. Okay.
No. He that was his last amateur fight, but he turned professional. His first pro debut is December 9th at the
Okay.
Palladium. He's making his pro debut, and then my other young guy making his pro debut too, Ricardo Espitin. He's making his debut in Dominican Republic though, November 25th, so like a week after our fight. So,
Right after
but both
Thanksgiving.
those, yeah, but both those guys, were great amateurs, nasty amateurs. And they're both gonna. I'm telling you, they're both gonna do something in the pros. Keno, he's turning pro at 147, and I'm telling you, he's gonna be a problem for that 147 division. He's a southpaw, and his hands are quick as hell. Quick as hell. Ricky, I think he's turning pro at 112 or 118.
Oh, he's light.
And he's a small guy, but quick hands, and he's like me. He got heavy hands too. For a small guy, he got heavy hands, and I just feel like with him, especially in those weight classes, in the lower weight classes, like 118, 112, that there's not a lot of guys in those weight classes, and for him to get a world championship, I feel like it could be pretty quick for him.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
If he does it correctly and stuff like that, it can be really quick for him. Ricky actually, well, he made the Olympic trials also too back in 2020 when they where was that at? That was in Louisiana, somewhere in Louisiana. So the dude only started boxing about what 4 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago now. Like recently, like he doesn't have a huge amateur background, but he was in there with some of the toughest dudes in the amateur boxing uh in his
That's
time,
fire.
like, and he won national titles already and everything. So
That's fire.
same thing with Keno. Keno's in there sparring dudes, professionals that are like 8-0, 10-0 already. He's doing his thing, and Keno's been with me for the last what, like almost 8 years now. He's been with me, and this dude has come a long way, and he's always been in the ring with me. So that's why his skills are where they're at right now, because he's been in there with a really good fighter, and it makes him better. So
Iron
shout out to
sharpens
those
iron.
guys. Exactly. Shout out to those guys, man. They're gonna do some business in this professional game. So AJ for you, Keno and Ricky, just so you know.
All right, I'm gonna keep them in mind.
Yes, sir.
Phenomenal. So Saturday night, is it Friday or Saturday?
So Friday's
Saturday
the
night.
weigh-in, Saturday's the fight.
All right, there we go. So Saturday night, what are we looking at the venue? I mean, Union Station, has it been done? I don't think it's been done, right?
It's been done one amateur fight back in the day and one pro show. So it's
All
not
right.
very common there.
I dig it. Get your ticket to the door. There's still we got some left, or what's going on?
Holla at Irvin for your tickets before it's
Yes,
too
sir.
late. If you wait past Thursday or wait past Friday, then you're gonna have to get them at the door. But don't wait. Contact Irvin right away.
You guys
Yes,
heard
sir. Hit
it?
me up on Instagram, Facebook, wherever.
Hell yeah. Irvin, nice to meet you, my man. Thank you for coming through tonight. We appreciate it. AJ, as always, thank you. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you.
No
Thank you
doubt.
for
Take
having
it
me,
easy.
brother.